I think it's safe to say we've saved the best for last here at the 2021 USA Lacrosse Fall Classic, coming to you live from USA Lacrosse headquarters in Sparks, Maryland, alongside Rachel DeCecco. I am Tom Eschen. Thank you for joining us. The fourth game of the day here in Maryland, and it's Team USA taking on the national champion Boston College women. And this, I think we've all been anticipating for a long, long time. You got Charlotte North, Belle Smith on Team USA playing their current college team and playing a game accordingly to start here. Everyone's in good spirits out there tonight, Rachel.
Yeah, standing room only here at Tierney Field. You can just feel sort of this electricity in the air, the roar of the crowd when Charlotte North's name was called. This is going to be fun to watch. I can't wait to see her and Belle go up against their team and watch BC try and compete against this incredibly stacked Team USA roster.
You note the standing room only. We talked to Jenny Levy this week. Her goal this summer to sell out Johnny Unitas Stadium. That's the impact she wants, the legacy that this group wants to leave. Of course, already on track to do that here with such a great crowd there tonight. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. If you can relax while we watch this, it's Courtney Weeks going against the Taylor Cummings for Team USA, and away we go here from Sparks, Maryland. The opening draw control rolls towards the side of Team USA, and they do come out with it with Marie McCool. She's got an open lane for a moment. She takes the shot and she scores. McCool shot out of a cannon. Team USA 1, BC nothing.
You can't start much better than that if you're Team USA. Marie McCool off the draw, just down that right alley, fired it in past Rachel Hall.
McCool scored a goal yesterday against Canada. She scores one here today.
Great shot placement there by Marie McCool. She didn't have a great angle, so opted for that offside bouncer shot. Great placement there, and they are off to a fast start.
They sure are. BC already playing once today. They beat Canada and looked good in doing so, and now they get to have this Team USA team who dominated Canada yesterday. So now this matchup, one we've been waiting for a long, long time, to see the national champions here in person. And this time it's Weeks who comes out to get it. She had 4 goals and was also really good in the circle in the first game today.
Yeah, great draw there by her, kind of snatching it out of the air. Usually that's what Taylor Cummings is doing to her opponents, but Courtney Weeks able to come up with that one. I'm interested, we're gonna see a lot of looks from Team USA tonight. Coach Levy said everybody is dressed, everybody will play. Really excited to see the combinations.
There's a combination there for BC, sort of a broken play. Caitlin Mussman gets the goal, and just like that, we're tied up 1-1.
Yeah, as you said, great ball movement there by BC off transition. Just caught USA, I think, a little bit in a slide there. That double team. Two people slid to the same player and then just messed up the rotation there when both go. Taylor tried to recover, couldn't quite get there. Just a little miscommunication on who was the next slide.
Good start for Mossman, who had an assist earlier today. What a start. Everyone better catch your breath 2 minutes in.
Yeah, and one of the things that BC is really looking to do, today and this weekend is be confident in their play. And you see there, no hesitation in taking it right to the net.
That one grabbed by Cummings. So prolific in that circle. She does seemingly everything really, really well. Just all the winning plays are the ones she makes. 3 goals, 5 draw controls against Canada yesterday. Oh, look at that dodge and the finish. It's North against her compatriots with the Boston College squad. This time wearing red, white, and blue.
Really nice take there by Charlotte North. In terms of Charlotte North goals, that one was pretty tame, but beautiful nonetheless.
She put on an absolute show yesterday. The 3 goals, 3 assists against Canada. Just some shake and bake there this time from North.
Yeah, just a nice little move underneath and then dropped it low past Hall. You know, I'm sure those two are used to battling every day in practice, and both know each other's weaknesses, and probably feels good for Charlotte to kind of get that out of the way, if you want to call it that, just against her team. We all know what's going to happen, but less than 4 minutes into the game, she's on the board.
And, you know, despite the fact that, of course, Acacia Walker said they would love to have Charlotte North on their side. She said it's good for the Eagles to see North and Belle Smith suit up in red, white, and blue, something to aspire to. And, of course, Charlotte North and Belle Smith will go back with the lessons learned as the day goes on. And another quick response. How about Boston College with Sydney Scales scaling the field, make it 2-2.
Just trading punches here. Sydney Scales able to power through a double team. Team USA just did not get their feet there and did not close the gap in order to stop that momentum. I don't think that it looked like they didn't think she was going to keep going, so they kind of just ran with her, but Sydney Scales powered through. Nice bouncer shot past Gussie Johns.
Walpole, Massachusetts native Scales. All ACC freshman team selection last year, part of that young and talented defensive group that is now aged and has that national title under their belts and only getting better as time goes on. This will be Ali Mastroianni in the circle this time for Team USA, going up against Weeks, and we hear the whistle going the way of Boston College. BC looking like they're going to try to be aggressive against Team USA early.
But both of their goals off transition. We'll get to see them in a bit of a settled attack here. High pressure from this Team USA defense. You see Lizzie Colson all the way out.
Colson playing really well yesterday. 3 ground balls, 3 draw controls against Canada. The Maryland 2021 player, really, really talented and came on the scene. Just another one of those players that sort of does it all and does it all at a very high level.
Yeah, she's going to make an impact when she's on the field. I mean, whether, like you said, ground balls, turnover, high pressure defense, she really energizes the rest of the team.
Puzo surveys, as she often does there behind the cage. Does such a good job at that, the two-time winner a couple years ago. Amanda Johansson getting some time in there, along with there's Belle Smith, one of her first runs of the day. North looking there down low to Trainer, bounces off Trainer's stick, and coming out with it is BC, Cassidy Weeks.
Great look there by Charlotte North, the Trainer down low. Did a little bit of a pick play, they rolled off. Trainer was wide open down low, just couldn't quite handle it. Nice pickup by BC.
How about that trail from Trainer? So heady. I mean, that's a coach on the field, right? I mean, she knew exactly where to go.
Got numbers here. Alice Mercer, one of the veteran defenders for Team USA, opting to bring that out. Let the attackers do their job.
All knotted up 2-2 midway through this first. Here's North. Trainer, there's that fake and the score. You've seen it one time, you've seen it 100 times. It works every time. KAYLA Trainor gives Team USA a 3-2 lead.
Yeah, textbook KAYLA Trainor there. Just coming around the crease strong, lefty up, sneaking it past Rachel Hall off a great pass by Charlotte North.
Trainer had 2 goals, 3 assists yesterday. Give North an assist there on that one. Tried to find Trainer earlier. Of course, North also had those 3 assists yesterday. And you see Apuzzo and Trainer, once co-coaches, and now they'll be coaching against each other in the ACC. Apuzzo moving into Trainer's spot at BC, and Trainer taking the job at Syracuse in the offseason. So I love some of that synergy we've got going on here. A lot of full circle moments over the course of this one.
Yeah, and you saw, you know, an entire line come off. Coach Levy said everybody will play tonight. They're going to be subbing a lot. Even puts even more pressure on these players for every rep, every run they get. It matters that much more because they're, you know, there's 36 women in a 60-minute game with a running clock. They've got to make the most of every opportunity.
Getting ready and prepared, taking the next step towards the World Championships coming up this summer. 1 year delayed, and I think everybody's ready, locked and loaded. See McCool run this down, picks it back up and reset things with 6 minutes to play in this first. Peros then looking over the middle, couldn't find KYLIE OHLMILLER.
Yeah, she had her. I think she hesitated, just needed to pass that 1 second sooner.
Cummings.
So many weapons from X. KYLIE OHLMILLER, we saw Sam Apuzzo, KAYLA TREANOR. Now KYLIE coming around that left side.
Yeah, couldn't get enough on that. Gets gobbled up by Rachel Hall, who we saw play really well in the first game today as well. And she just continues to look good. Hall, the now senior here at Boston College from Cypress, Texas. Began her college career, if you don't remember, she was at Oregon and then transferred into BC. Had some time in the 2020 season, and then, of course, 2021 exploded in the NCAA tournament.
Great job there by Taylor Cummings, recovering, getting her feet around, stopping that momentum.
Another nice move and a nice score. Once again, BC knots it up. It's Jen Medjid, senior from Garden City, makes it 3-3.
Jen Medjid, the third leading scorer from BC last year with 79 points. We did not see her against Team Canada. Just a hard challenge. That slide needed to come a second sooner from the opposite side. You know, I think Team USA needs to just get a little bit more aggressive on these slides. BC, they all have quick releases and are getting good shots off. They've got to slide sooner, stop the momentum, and lock up their hands.
Medjid had 26 points, 19 of those were goals in the NCAA tournament. I know we talked a lot about Charlotte North for good reason, but Medjid there was sort of in lockstep in how impressive she was. And now we see Mallory Hasselbeck coming out to take the draw against Cummings.
And Charlotte will be the first to tell you, she's so humble that, you know, Jen Medjid, Kara Urbank, Rachel Hall, I mean, they while Charlotte is an absolute superstar, the players around her make her better, they make each other better, and it doesn't work without all of them. So it's great to see Jen back out here, and, you know, as we said earlier, more and new faces for BC getting that opportunity to step up this year.
Quickly, here comes Team USA trying to take the lead right back. Shot goes a little bit wide. Now they will reset. Looks like it's going to be North.
Super low angle there by Team USA.
Looked like Hendrick there. He's checked in for the first time. Cummings takes a shot on the run, and it's gobbled up by Hall. Here comes BC in transition.
Great footwork by Emily Garrity-Peros, stopping that momentum, giving her team a chance to recover.
Peros got another stick on that, jars it free, and US comes back the other way. An all-encompassing effort there by Peros. Had a really good summer. Cool little slide there. We got some rain earlier, and as, of course, Rachel told us, the skies were clearing, and they have. It's what it turned out to be a beautiful night here in Sparks. How about that?
Absolutely beautiful here in Sparks, Maryland. Just in time for this last game.
In October, mind you, 60 degrees. We'll take it. 2 minutes to go here in this first quarter. Still 3-3. It's been a really good first quarter. Here's Belle Smith.
Great double team there by BC. Saw Bell with that right alley dodge open. Able to get a double team there.
North draws the shooting space, and she'll get an opportunity here. Just take a look and watch how she approaches this on the 8-meter.
So often we see Charlotte get an 8-meter at this hash, doing just exactly what she did there. Huge pump fake. Got a great opportunity here.
She takes the shot and makes the shot. North with some swagger, 4-3, Team USA.
She really makes it look so easy.
She's got 3 points today, 2 goals and an assist. The stick check adjudicated accordingly, and we're all good.
Just one step in, rips it top corner. I mean, that's the thing about Charlotte North. I mean, she has so many weapons. It's not like she can just do one thing really well. She does so many things offensively really well. It's hard to predict which tool she's going to pull out and use. And, you know, that 8-meter, we've seen her do it so many times. I'm sure she does it daily with Rachel Hall in practice, and it's still just so hard to stop.
And she does it with so much flair at the same time. There's a lot of attitude there in a good way. Violation there, and Hasselbeck on the draw. Now Team USA gets it quickly, less than 30 to go here. Good little poke there by Ryan Smith, sort of stopping the US transition opportunity. Mastriani, 13 on the clock. North dumps it off, though that one also squirted away out of the stick of Hendrick. 5 on the clock, Kristen Carr. And that'll do it here for the first quarter. A good battle at that. Back and forth we went. Team USA with the edge. They lead 4-3. We'll head to the second next here at the USA Lacrosse Fall Classic on Lax Sports Network. Second quarter just about to get underway here in Sparks, Maryland. What a first quarter we had, Rachel. I mean, you talked about the atmosphere there. It's only grown, you know, the way that the players have delivered here on the field.
Yeah, I mean, this game is neck and neck right now. I loved the defense I'm seeing from BC. Early doubles. They got their slides working. Team USA attack, obviously powerful as ever. And BC attack has not been afraid to take it hard to the net, something we didn't really see from Team Canada last night until the third and fourth quarter. So BC has come out here ready to go.
You see Team USA continue to cycle through, and that's time it's Haley Warden who got the spot at the draw control, and she's the one who comes in and scoops it up. So a good job there by the JMU alum. Little trail check that time by Weeks is called, so picking it back up will be Sam Swart. Alongside Rachel DeCecco, I am Tom Eschen. Thanks for joining us here for the final game of the day here in Sparks, Maryland. We've had 4 great games, and now this one to cap it all off. A lot of fun here.
As you said, a new combination of attack. We've got Sam Swart, Kenzie Kent, Lindsay McCone.
That right in front for Skane. Izzy Skane gets on the board. Her first goal of the weekend, her first time of the weekend here, comes and makes it 5-3.
An instant impact there by Izzy Skane. Great feed from behind. Nice handle, quick release.
And that's what makes it tough, right, Rachel, when you got Izzy Skane, you know, coming off your bench here in the second. I mean, so after her career at Northwestern, I mean, she will come on and play for another season, but just unbelievable to see.
Yeah, I mean, she was right. Her and Charlotte were sort of goal for goal last year for the scoring record, and yeah, this is the first we've seen of her.
Warden takes that draw as well. That's won by Boston College for the moment, and now the whistle is drawn. Schleicher picked that up. And we will have a guest coming on after halftime, so you're going to want to stick around with us watching closely this Boston College team as they do get it in transition. I'll continue to tease the guests, but BC has cut it to one again in transition. Boston College tallies the score. Mejid, her second of the day.
Yeah, Team USA struggling defensively in transition. Jen Mejid taking it hard to the cage. It's a nice feed. You know, Team USA, they're trailing. You kind of lead in just with their sticks. They've got to get their body in front, slow the ball down, shut down the adjacents, and prevent BC just from driving right to the cage.
And we saw, you know, the Canadian team take their time a lot more than we've seen Boston College. And, you know, it's been almost a completely different philosophy, and maybe BC saw some of that and said, no, we're going to take it to them a little bit more in transition, and they have taken advantage of that.
Yeah, we see, just as we saw some new faces on the attacking end, we see some new faces defensively. Kayla Wood is in there on DU, had a great season. And AU, Kerrigan Miller's in there.
Kerrigan Miller's first action of the weekend.
Got Andy Aldave on ball right now.
Hers as well. Like you said, Rachel, they're cycling through, but they keep on coming in waves for Team USA. Boston College, though, meanwhile, still can tie it up there. There's Kerrigan Miller making her presence known.
Yeah, Olivia Dirks as well. Olivia and Aldave both off-season transfers to UNC.
Playing for Jenny Levy here and there. Dirks coming over from Penn State, Aldave at Notre Dame. Grad transfer there. Couple steps, the shot, the save there by Gussie Johns. So Johns gets her first real chance of the day, and off the free position at the least, and does a good job at that. 5-4, and as I was teasing before I was interrupted by Jen Mejid, Acacia Walker-Weinstein, the Boston College women's head coach, will join us coming up after halftime, so make sure to stick with us for that. And you get to hear a coach talk about her team play as she watches the team play. Don't get that all that often, so stay tuned. Here is Miller. Couple fakes that time by Skane, and taking the charge there that time. Hunter Rillman, I believe, for Boston College, and that's exactly who that is, the sophomore from St. Anthony's on the island.
Yeah, great play there defensively, holding position, not extending the arms, getting that foul call.
Kenneth Davis putting Miller on skates. Open stick check there on BC, so it goes back over to Team USA after the scramble for the grounder. This is Dirks. Joined the senior team during tryouts this past summer. Finished as the Big Ten Midfielder of the Year in 2021 at Penn State. Lindsay McCone also getting some of her first action. Here's Swart.
Great to see some of these younger players get this opportunity, and knowing how stacked this roster is and how many sort of anchors they have. There's not a spot for everybody, but what this is doing for these young players, you know, is connecting them with the veterans, those with experience, helping build this program, which is exactly what Jenny Levy's trying to do, trying to create unity amongst the program, build for the future. Only 18 of these women will get to play in the World Championship, but you can see tonight and last night just how much talent there is and how deep this roster is.
Unbelievable, because we've talked about these players that have come off the bench here in the second quarter with, you know, Big Ten midfielders of the year. Izzy Skane almost led the league and led the nation in scoring. I mean, it's a lot of talent and a lot of prestige behind that talent too. Kent.
Yeah, I mean, that's the tough part. You know, all of these women, of course, are competitive and want to make the roster, and not all of them can. So the key culturally is building a sense of community so that those that don't make it stick around and want to be part of this program and come next summer and cheer them on. And that's exactly what Jenny Levy is doing with this team, really trying to create this family atmosphere, build something so that even if they're not in the 2022 World Cup, the next one, you know, it might be time for their number to be called, and you want them to feel good about it and know that keep working on it. This is what you have to do to get there.
BC working in the clear. Andrea Reynolds, she had a goal against Canada. Now there they go, pushing it once again. Some big time contact, and it looks like there, Wood takes a charge.
Beautiful defensive play by KAYLA Wood. That's what I've been talking about. You know, in transition, getting your feet in front of the attackers, not just kind of running alongside of them. She established position so that when BC barreled through, she was able to get that charge call.
How about that pickoff of the pass? A sweet one at that by Mallory Hasselbeck. Getting it now is Boston College. Hasselbeck gets it back. That got a nice roar from the crowd.
Katie O'Donnell, the first we've seen of her. Penn State grad, recently hired at Drexel as an assistant coach.
Yeah, Drexel's got everybody coming back this year, so they should be dangerous once again. A really exciting offense.
Yeah, Joe Batchelor did a great job building that program, and now Kim Hillier's there as a head coach. Excited to see her continue to build that program up.
Working inside, Skane just a little wide. Ken's gonna go run it down. There's Aldeve. Skane's pass too tall, but Miller will be there. It was 4-3 Team USA after one. Now it's 5-4 midway through the second. As a reminder, playing international rules here for all the games here today. Little spin, then the shot high by Dirks. Kent dumps it off to Aldeve. Aldeve goes high over the net.
Great look there for Andy Aldave. BC's doing a great job with their doubles and their rotations right now. See them send the early double, somebody slides up, they've got to get that next slide in the middle. The quick feed has to happen with those doubles.
The quick feet by Miller as well, weaving her way in, and the U.S. takes a 6-4 lead. Two-time Pac-12 midfielder of the year at USC, then transferred to North Carolina last year. Nice goal here.
It's a great slide up from BC. You saw she had Aldave in the middle for a second, elected to take it herself. Nice, strong challenge there by Kerrigan Miller.
She'll now work as a graduate assistant coach at North Carolina. So sticking around, Jenny Levy and that staff. 6-4 Team USA, 3:30 to go. Charlotte North getting her turn in the draw control circle.
I was going to say, the first time I've seen Charlotte North on the draw for Team USA.
North goes and runs it down, picks it up herself with one hand. and gets it into Team USA territory. Here comes North once again from this left side. Sort of settles in and talk to Acacia about guarding her. So yeah, we know what Charlotte can do. It's the rest of Team USA that I'm worried about. These players we don't know as well.
I mean, that's the beauty of having somebody like Charlotte North on your team.
Right.
When you get to play against the best every day, defensively she makes you better.
And Rachel Hall stops that one. A good job by that Boston College defense, which has looked so steady on that back end. And we saw that in the first game today against Canada, and then once again now against the really exciting Team USA squad.
Yeah, reading each other really well defensively. A great sign for them in fall ball, already having those rotations down. Sliding well against a really quick-footed and just a USA attack that could just really move the ball.
.90 seconds to go in the half. 6-4, Team USA.
This half has just flown by.
It is moving. Jenny Levy said, she goes, yeah, I don't think we'll have enough time to see everybody. We got to really move people in and out. They've done that quite a bit here in this first half. Reynolds just trying to muscle her way in.
Gonna get her on a charge on that. Yeah, great pursuit by Haley Warden, holding position. You're not, as an attacker, you can't force your way through there when the defense has position held. That's exactly what happened. Great job there by the double team.
US trying to get one more before the end of the half, leading 6-4. Just checking Twitter, and Matt Hasselbeck after we posted Mallory's interception. He goes, I'm not a fan of interceptions as a quarterback.
Oh, there you
go. I love that. Here's North.
Sure, this one he didn't mind.
Exactly. He said, usually I'm not a fan. See if this defense can hold. 5 on the clock. Here comes Dirks. Little spin inside, takes the shot, and she scores to beat the buzzer. USA 7, BC 4.
Great awareness of the clock there by Olivia Dirks, getting that shot up just in time, right before the whistle.
And the half strikes. Olivia Dirks gets the goal as time expires here. 7-4, Team USA on top. One more look at that one before we go here, Rachel.
Little roll dodge. Great placement there up high. See, Rachel Hall's not happy with herself for that one.
Yeah, it's a little bit of frustration setting in, but BC battling through and through a talented USA squad. More to come in the second half, including Acacia Walker-Weinstein. Make sure to tune in for that. But in the meantime, we'll head to a break and halftime here at the USA Lacrosse Fall Classic on Lax Sports Network. Back live here waiting for the third quarter to start at Tierney Field in Sparks, Maryland. The USA Lacrosse Fall Classic coming to you. USA with a 7-4 lead over Boston College. Alongside Rachel DeCecco, I am Tom Eschen. And also we have a guest here for this third quarter. The head coach of BC, Acacia Walker-Weinstein, who couldn't make the trip down this weekend, and she is just chomping at the bit. Everyone's trying to tell her to quiet down on her couch right now. Acacia, how you doing here?
Hi, guys. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited. I'm so proud. It's so fun to watch my girls play against Team USA, who I have such a history with, and looking at 5 of my girls who are out there on the USA jersey and you know, 35 of my girls on the BC team. It's just a really special night. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, and an exciting time for everybody. As we know, it's been a great day of lacrosse, and I mean, your team's hanging in there with Team USA, I guess. I mean, that's the headline coming out of that first half.
Yeah, they better be. I mean, you know, the goal doesn't change. We want to win, you know, but you know, going against these girls, it's such a tough challenge, but it's so exciting because they're the best of the best. And what greater opportunity for our team heading into the 2022 season than to, you know, start everything off against the U.S. team, and we want to be, you know, the number one team again at the end of the year. So why wouldn't we want to start the fall off playing the best players in the world? It's just an exciting opportunity.
We saw in the first game, Courtney Weeks have a great outing, and she had another couple assists here to start this game today. And she seems like she's really started to really make a difference here early on. And, you know, especially without your stars, Charlotte North, you know, Belle Smith, and some of these other players are stepping up here today.
Yeah, I'm so excited for them. I mean, these guys have waited their whole life for this opportunity, and you know, it's very ironic that all of a sudden it's against their own team, but I'm so proud of them. I'm actually super emotional looking at Charlotte and Belle and Kenzie and Dempsey and Sammy, even KAYLA in a USA jersey. You know, I played for the U.S. team for 13 years, and I get it. I get how patriotic it is. I get the hard work that goes into it, and that, you know, you're only named a U.S. player if you're the best. And so I'm so thrilled for them. At the same time, I expect my girls to step up and take it to them because, you know, I'm expecting them to play at that level. I don't care who it is.
Of course, making all those runs to the championship and then being able to finally get there was such a difference maker, I think, for your program. And there is Charlotte, stopped up top by Rachel Hall. You've seen that in practice a couple times?
Yes, I have. I'm cheering quietly and I'm excited, but yes, I have. I mean, Charlotte and Rachel, they go back and forth. It's like one of the greatest dynamics at practice every single day. Rachel will make crazy saves and Charlotte will score, you know, where Rachel's weak, and they go back and forth and they talk so much. It's such an incredible rivalry between the two of them because they're best friends and they love each other. They're roommates, and there's absolutely no question about it that they make each other better.
Yeah, I mean, in case you had that at Maryland, I'm sure, and with Team USA, it's a best case scenario. Two players that can be really great friends off the field, but then battle each other every day just so they can make each other and the team better. It really doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, they will battle, they will talk a little smack to each other, and it you know, everyone else kind of laughs and they're dead serious, and then practice ends and they hang out, and you know, everything is you know, back to normal again.
You see Weeks here down right now. It's never a good thing. We're actually going to step away for a moment and take a second here as with 12:07 to go in the third, 7-4, Team USA.
It looked, I thought it was her ankle, but
so
it looks
Courtney
like she grabbed her
Weeks
knee on the way down.
Does come off on her own power. Sorry to interrupt you there, Rachel. We are back here live with 12:10 to go in the third. And we saw Weeks go down. It looks like she does go back on her own power. Hopefully she'll be okay, and the BC training staff will take a good long look at her. Don't want any injuries to mount to things here in the fall, but BC will take over once again after that. Sorry you had to see that on the call here, Coach. I know that as a coach, that's never easy to watch.
I'm a little nauseous, but we'll be okay. She walked off the field. She'll be okay. She's tough as nails.
Yeah, Courtney, a senior, has obviously been around with you guys for a long time. Scored a couple goals in that national championship, and you needed every one of them, right? I mean,
yeah, she's one of our steadiest, most consistent players that we've ever had in the program. So I expect her, you know, she'll be fine, and she's so tough, and whatever it is, ankle or, you know, a knee tweak, she'll be fine. She'll be good.
So BC down here 7-4 after we saw the nice stop by Rachel Hall on Charlotte North a few moments ago. Medjid gets the flag up as she goes in. She goes down. Now watching alongside you, Acacia, I can almost feel the emotions coming through you every single play here.
Oh my gosh, this is so hard being in Boston right now, but Jen will be fine. She's the same as Court. You know, it's physical. I told him, I said, these girls are going to try to push you around and they're going to be physical and they're going to try to bully you and you got to bully them right back. So, you know, that's what I expect. I expect them to be ready for it. And if they're not, then, you know, we got to deal with it. But it's going to be physical. And I said that was the biggest difference between playing, you know, US and playing Canada. Is our girls didn't handle the physicality well, and shooting space. And they have to handle the physicality, and that's it.
Now a chance for Cassidy. She scored 3 goals in the first game. You had to love to see that there, Coach.
Yeah, love it. I mean, Cassidy she's by far maybe the hardest worker we've ever had in the program, she and her sister. And, you know, she's a direct correlation to her work ethic. So she's one of those kids that, you know, when she scores or gets a shot or, you know, makes great play defensively, which she does all the time. You know, yeah, that was pretty phenomenal. I'm glad we broke that up, though.
Ohlmiller behind the back, but there's enough red shirts in there to help things sort of settle down. They'll get it back.
Yeah, good. Push from behind, and then good. Hopefully we can convert here. But, yeah, you know, it's going to be physical. I'm like, these are the best girls in the world. I mean, we got to be the best team to beat them, but expect the physicality.
As you see here, joined live by Boston College head coach Acacia Walker-Weinstein alongside Rachel DeCecco. Tom Eschen here with you on the call. Less than 10 minutes to go here in the third.
Rachel, it's so fun to talk about the game with you. You were one of my heroes playing, and, you know, our anchor of our U.S. defense. It's so awesome. It's so funny, like, how far we've both come. Now we've got all these kids, and it's crazy.
It is. It does feel like just yesterday we were playing. I said, like, watching these women go through these training weekends and down to the 36 and know it's going to be cut down further, like, I immediately get those, like, nerves back for them. I mean, it's so intense, and it's
like the most amazing torture ever, right? Like the most amazing torture ever.
It's the most amazing, like, yes. Like, I remember where I was when I got the call, you're on the roster, and it's just one of those moments, like, you just never believe is coming. But it is amazing torture because you love playing, but you know you all can't make it. And yeah, I mean, it's some of the most competitive moments I've had in sport, trying to make a World Cup team, and but certainly great memories.
I'm so glad you're calling the game because you're such a brilliant mind, and it's like it's exciting to know that, you know, you guys are doing such a good job.
Oh, thanks.
Here's Mallory Hasselbeck, the freshman.
Here's Mallory's chance.
I mean, Mallory. I mean, we know she was ranked #1, you know, by Inside Lacrosse, top recruit, and we saw early on today why. I mean, she has made she was everywhere today, shooting, interceptions, like recovering back on defense. Talk about, like, her immediate impact on your program.
She's been so great. I mean, she's one of the she's, in a way, I feel like her personality and confidence is a bit more threatening than anything else because she's one of those girls. She's like Charlotte. She believes in herself. She believes in her teammates. She is confident, and her body follows. And it's such a good, I don't know. It's such a good way for, I want girls to be like that. Like, they believe in themselves first and then everything else follows. You know what I mean? Versus waiting for the product and then saying, oh, I am good. You know, she's strong, and it's from her older sister who's mentored her, Annabelle, her mom, who is an absolute rock star. You know, we know that. We know about Matt. Not a lot of people know about her mom, but Sarah Hasselbeck was, you know, she's superstar of the family. But Mallory's mentality is what drew me to her, really. And she just believes in herself and prepares like no one else. I mean, the girl understands preparation like her dad, you know, like everything is preparation. Study the team, study the slides, study the offense, study the footwork, study the goalie, study the angles. And she's going to be really fun to have for 4 years.
Was your pitch like a family legacy kind of thing to continue it on to the next generation, like in trying to get her to come?
You know, it honestly, it wasn't. We tried to make it about her own personal journey. Because that's the obvious way to go about it.
Yeah.
But we decided that we just needed Mallory to feel like, hey, you can follow in your family's footsteps and also have your own personal individual journey. It doesn't just have to be about following in the footsteps of your sister or your dad or your mom. And I think she found that she was attracted to both. It's her own journey, and it happens to also be the same path that her family took. But you know, Mallory, she fits the systems so perfectly. She is such a BC kid, unselfish, unrelenting, competitive, wants to win at all costs. And we love her. We love her.
I mean, it was easy to see on the field the chemistry that you guys have, and I got to see some of the off-field chemistry during your celebration tour this summer at Gillette Stadium, and it brings back, you know, that's what you want for in a team. You guys are clearly a family. It's so great to see just the love that your team has for each other and how much fun they have together. And I know that you're a huge part of that, having played on teams with you, just how much joy you have for the game, and you know, what a great teammate you are. And I think, you know, clearly we talked about Dempsey and Kenzie and Sam earlier today. They laid that groundwork, you know, for this program, and it's just great to see them, you know, this legacy continue on.
You know, it was so fun. I mean, watching how Boston got behind us, the city of Boston got behind the team. I mean, we went to Gillette 2 days later. We went to Fenway 2 days later.
What a catch and finish by Peros there. Sorry to interrupt.
No worries. She's amazing. I love her. I love Emma.
That was very nicely done. That's not much you can do about that defensively.
No, that's all right. That's all right. They're going to make amazing plays, and I love her. I think she's such a great player. But yeah, I mean, the city of Boston got behind us. Gillette to Fenway, just throughout the first pitch, and then Game 5 of the Bruins. You know, they go to see the governor. It's just amazing. But you know, none of that happens without Michaela Ricks, Covey Stanwyck, who really laid the groundwork. Those two were the blue chips that came to BC when they never should have, you know, and then to follow were Sam, Kenzie, Dempsey. And then after that, you know, everybody, you know, it's a trickle effect. But I do give credit to Michaela Ricks and Covey Stanwyck, you know, who Bo and Holden and Jen Kent recruited before I got there. So, you know, it's been a long lineage of talent, and, you know, it took every single human. But anyway, that was a nice goal.
Well, I liked what you said the other day to me, Acacia, was that you sort of have a taste of that championship feeling, and you're addicted to it and want it again. You know, now that you've sort of gone through this whole process in maybe a different way than a lot of other teams have. You know, it didn't come out of nowhere. People sort of had expected it after a while, and you finally got it.
Yeah, you know, someone told me, and I hadn't realized this, that no one had been through the same process that we'd been through. No one had gone 3 championships, failed, and then gotten it on the 4th. The only team that I know who's done that, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know any of the lacrosse team, but BC hockey, ice hockey, who's the, you know, winningest hockey program in NCAA hockey. They won 3 in a row. They lost 3 in a row, and then won their 4th. So I'd be lying if I said I didn't call Jerry York after the 3rd, crying, almost crying. Like, what the heck am I doing wrong? He just said, stick with it, stick with the process. You know, you don't just get to win. You know, you just don't get that. You just don't get to win. And I learned a lot from being at Maryland with Cindy, and I learned a lot from being with Kelly, who, you know, she took Northwestern and won 6 in a row, and I was there for 2 through 5. And then, you know, came to BC, and I was lucky. I learned from so many people, and it's been an incredible journey. And I can't say that one of my favorite moments is we won, and the team walked the trophy over to Sam Apuzzo, and I lost it.
Yeah, that's an incredible moment, because they knew that she helped deliver that, you know, with her role in the program over the years.
you know, I mean, Sam and Kenzie and Dempsey, they paved the way. They created the path for us, and it was just amazing to watch the team walk the trophy over to Sam and walk the trophy over to the bench in the stands with all the alums, because they all know without those 3 heartbreaking losses, you know, we don't win. So
little 2-player game there between Warden and Ohlmiller, getting her first. Ohlmiller had a hat trick yesterday. Steve, they played a lot of defense this quarter, Coach. They held firm for the most part. It's been tough.
You know what? It's good. It's good for us. And you know, having to play against Haley Warden again is such a good experience. And
that's right.
KYLIE OHLMILLER is, you know, phenomenal lefty shooter, playmaker. It's hard on my heart to watch KAYLA, but it's so, you know, it's phenomenal. It's good for the girls. It's good for us. That's all that matters. It's good to prepare us.
Well, it's been a treat to have you on with us. We'll let you get back to watching at home and maybe being a little loud, but that's okay. it's all part of the territory.
Weren't they? They weren't too loud.
No, everyone did just fine.
Thank you guys for having me. I'm so excited and so honored. It's awesome coverage, and I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. The third quarter.
Thanks, Acacia.
Thanks, Rach.
The third quarter comes to a close here in Sparks. Team USA a 9-4 lead, adding a couple there in the quarter. We'll bring you the final quarter of the day coming up after this, live from Sparks, Maryland. 15 minutes to go on this Saturday at the USA Lacrosse Fall Classic, live from Sparks, Maryland, on Lax Sports Network. Alongside Rachel DeCecco, I am Tom Eschen. 9-4, Team USA with the lead, adding a couple goals there in the fourth. A pretty stingy period on both sides there we saw. Saw U.S. with the ball a lot, but also BC playing some good defense. Only allowed 2 goals in that entire quarter.
Yeah, we saw some great D from BC. The goals from Team USA were really hard to stop. They were not easy goals, really making them work for it. This defense doing a nice job.
The Peros goal, a showstopper, as evidenced by even Acacia Walker saying, oh, wow, that was incredible. And immediately Boston College scores.
Yeah, it's so great to hear, you know, from Acacia about her team. And Acacia, I've obviously known her for a long time as we went through the U.S. system together. Just so positive, so much energy. Just loves lacrosse and loves coaching, and it's so clear to see it through her team, and just also, you know, what she brings every day. And it's got to be hard for her to not be here cheering her team on in person.
Cassidy Weeks scores there. She had 3 goals against Canada earlier today. Adds another one here. So 9-5 now. So BC didn't score the entire time Acacia was on with us.
They
works,
did not. Right? That's right. So maybe we jinxed it. Yep.
And as soon as she gets off, they score. You gotta love it. And now they come back and they score 1. Now it's a 4-goal game. See how it goes from here. It's been close. Here's Cummings coming through the middle. Hendrick couldn't grab that, and Boston College takes over.
Really great pressure on this ride by Team USA. Those are the little things, you know, if you're Coach Levy or Coach Spallina, you know, all of these women are incredibly talented. They're all athletic and fast with a great, you know, great stick work. But those hustle plays on the ride, those ground balls are really what's going to make the difference for some of these players making this team.
That was Lizzie Colson, of course. She seems to always be where the ball is bouncing. She's like the 50-50 ball getter all over the place.
She's a ground ball queen, Lizzie Colson, yep.
Led the nation last year and caused turnovers as well at 49 of them. The thing is, in high school, she was actually a really prolific goal scorer in Maryland. 300 goals and 396 points there. And, of course, you know, they found something here in Maryland, that athleticism they could use sort of all over the field.
Yeah, Kathy Reese tells the story. You know, yeah, Lizzie came out of high school with, as you said, over 300 goals. And I think it was her freshman year Final Four. They put her in on defense. And they said, this is where you're going to be. I mean, she's just so aggressive and but under control and so speedy. Just does a great job back there.
Here's Davis, the freshman.
Great save, keeping that ball in, good hustle there.
Danny Walsh gets it taken away. That's Peros. Weeks picks it up. Dumps it off, going right to the cage was Mossman. Moreno might have got a stick on it, and it goes back to Team USA.
Great pickup there by Trainer. She's so great in the midfield.
So maybe sees an opening and finds it for the score. 10 goals for Team USA, 10-5. Trainer second today.
Trainer just so smooth in transition, just a great downhill dodge on that right alley and finishes strong. It's bittersweet for Acacia, obviously. You know, coached with KAYLA for so long. KAYLA being a big part of that BC success, and now off to coach her own program at Syracuse, where she was a legend there. And you know, Acacia's so happy for KAYLA and her next step, but you know, it's got to be tough to know she won't have her on the sidelines this season.
And of course, opens up the opportunity for Sam Apuzzo to sort of take that next step in her coaching career too, filling that role of KAYLA. Less than 10 minutes to play, 10-5, Team USA. There's Colson once again. This is taken away from the moment, and Mastriani picks that up. Charlotte North checking back in, now initiating from the top. Trainer fakes high. The whistle does get blown there on BC. Mastriani with the free position. She did have a goal yesterday. She goes in, shoots, and scores, 11-5. So Mastriani gets on the scoreboard for the second straight day. U.S. with a couple more here in this fourth. First team All-American, ACC midfielder of the year. She had 112 draw controls actually with UNC, a career best and a career high, 31 goals to add to that, really broadening her skill set. A lot of talent coming out of North Carolina over the years, and Jenny Levy, who's been with that program since the start, overseeing all of that and growing it accordingly. Trying to do the same, and with this Team USA model and feel. Colson picks up the draw, looking in the middle, Johansson. A little behind the back flip that time from Hendrick. But Jenny talked about how when she first took the job, she said a lot of people couldn't name a lot of the players who had won that World Cup in 2017. And since then, she has worked tirelessly to sort of increase the awareness via social media, more visibility for Team USA. And in June, they had this blue-white scrimmage, and they really didn't publicize it really all that beforehand, and did at the last moment, turned it around, packed the stadium. And she said that really made a huge difference here in Sparks, Maryland, and really opened her eyes. And that's why at the top of the broadcast, I talked about the fact that she wants to fill Johnny Unitas Stadium coming up this summer and have that feel once again of the energy and the atmosphere around this team and growing. And you can see that the product is certainly there. If you build it, they will come, as they say. Some technology going on with Rachel, as you might imagine, but working to get her back for the end of this one. In the meantime, it's Boston College possession here, 11-5.
I'm back, Tom.
Rachel has returned with 6:22 to go.
Back in action here. More technical difficulties on my end. I apologize. I'm sure you're holding it down. Game 4 of the day for you. You got it.
we were just talking about Jenny Levy and trying to, you know, pack Johnny Unitas Stadium and what she's done with this Team USA program over the years and increasing the visibility and the atmosphere, and you can feel that vibe. You know, you see it on social media, you see it in person, and it's kind of a cool vibe as well. A lot of pride attached to that with the players now, all trickling on down.
Yeah, I mean, I can hear through, you know, I'm upstairs here at Sparks, Maryland, in the stadium, and you can hear the roar of the crowd at every play. There is so much excitement building. You know, you've seen the growth at the professional level and with Team USA in the last few years, and Jenny Levy really is committed to that. It's so great to see, you know, for this team, but future World Cup teams as well. They're really helping support. We talked about the groundwork laid at BC, and this type of event lays that groundwork for the national teams program.
That's what's been so fun about some of these matchups today, and the chemistry and the camaraderie, and just these coaches of all these teams just trying to find pieces that fit. You know, it's whether it's the college level or the international level, it's really interesting to see. The look inside, good catch there by Martello.
So great D there by Meg Dowdy and Emily Peros. But it will result in an 8-meter here.
Martello scored a couple goals against Canada.
Yeah, one who Jen Kent said excited to see step up into a bigger role this year. Last year, just 6 goals. Oh, excuse me, it's not an 8-meter. This is going to be ball coming out.
It looked like, I think there was an offside call there that happened afterwards. Okay. I heard an official say too many on attack, so I believe that was the case on that side of the field. So I think they didn't get it right initially. I think there was the 8-meter that was going to happen. And then the count happened.
Yeah, you know, we've all been there where you're trying to creep back on sides without being seen. It's hard to do.
Almost got away with it.
Almost.
There's
nothing to see here.
Save for Hall. Oh, how about that clearing pass right into the basket of Weeks.
Unbelievable clear.
Excuse me, Roman gathering that. She's not afraid to let it fly. I think I remember a Sports Center play last year for BC that was played several times from Hall.
Yeah. I mean, and a lot of goalies have range, but that accuracy from her, I mean, she just landed that right into her stick 50 yards up the field.
And there's North catching it, and the whistle comes right before she's able to get in too close. .245 to go, 11-5. North trying to add another. She's got a couple goals and an assist today.
She finds herself at that same hash again. We'll see if she opts to rip it from far.
There she does. She does rip it from far, and Hall's got her number again. A little bit of bragging rights going on, I bet, between the two.
How is Rachel Hall keeping that ball in her stick? Oh my goodness. She's got to get back in that cage.
Skane aggressive there on that check on the ride. Mastriani keeping that alive. A lot of oh man, big hit there just along the sideline. Car went down pretty hard.
A lot of contact there.
Thankfully, she got.
Cookie was trying to get a charge. Yeah, she was trying to get a charge call there. It takes a lot to knock down Cookie Carr.
Tough as nails.
She is one tough cookie. I had to do it, sorry.
Well, she gets back. I mean, she got back on defense there. Looked like it was an open lane for Boston College, and like you said, foul there. We've had a great day of lacrosse here with less than 90 seconds to go, and just to have the Fall Classic back and going for the first time in 2 years, to see these teams come together, you know, it always feels like such a great day for the sport here in the fall. Just a privilege to be a part of it. So thank you all for joining us and watching all day long. We've seen a lot of talent on these fields. It's been great.
Yeah, it's been a great day watching these teams play and compete. The Brockton Cup will be tomorrow, and it just feels good to be back out here. I think, you know, we will never take for granted again just being able to watch lacrosse live and get to see this amazing talent on the field, and these competitors get a chance to compete. You know, we went so long without it, and certainly something we will not take for granted again.
Yeah, the payoff will be, of course, those World Championships coming up this summer as well. Another whistle on the shooting space there. Getting the world together again, I think, is something else that will be an exciting step in the right direction. Instead of the hash, it's on the left side here. See if North can give us one more highlight against Hall, and that one is knocked away before North is able to release it. Like we said, the Brogdon Cup is tomorrow. That'll also be here on Lax Sports Network. 8 hours of uninterrupted coverage. How about the jump shot to finish things off? Wow, Skane to Trainer. How about that? Her hat-trick goal is the prettiest one of the day.
The Skane train to the K train. Unbelievable pass and a jump shot finish by KAYLA TREANOR. As you said, a fitting end to this incredible day of lacrosse.
The reaction is incredible, too. So she'll probably still be making some runs in the Carrier Dome this year, I can imagine, back on the turf she occupied for so long in such a prolific way.
Yeah, I mean, the Syracuse players will talk about Gary getting in there and mixing it up, and now, you know, KAYLA can certainly do the same. What better way to learn than trying to match up against KAYLA TREANOR in practice?
Yeah, that's going to be fun. Putting a bit of an exclamation point on things. K-Train going behind the back, and now they're just dialing it up and having some fun, ending the day with a cherry on top. Team USA. Skane, Ohlmiller, Trainer, all involved there.
That's great sequence, great vision there by Skane on the fast break. That one more you hear coaches say. Oftentimes in a fast break, you just want to get that one extra pass and somebody will be wide open, and that's exactly what we saw there. Skane unselfishly passing to KYLIE OHLMILLER, who had a beautiful finish.
What a good feeling for Skane to finish out her weekend here, at least on Saturday. A couple of great assists. And the final seconds tick off the clock, and that will do it. 13-5, Team USA over Boston College in the final game here of the Fall Classic. And what a great game. It was close at times, and USA just putting a little bit more extra there on at the end, Rachel.
Yeah, I mean, BC did a great job. I think they defensively looked strong, confident on attack, but this Team USA team just too much to handle for Boston College.
Absolutely, and of course a lot of promise from the college teams we saw today, both Virginia, who took Team USA to the brink, and Boston College, who held their own for most of this one with Team USA as well. Of course, Team Canada themselves getting ready for their World Championships coming up, the women, of course, this year, the men next year, and all in all, great to see so many athletes having so much fun out there. We had a lot of fun along the way as well. Thank you once again to Acacia Walker-Weinstein for joining this broadcast. Thank you to Rachel DeCecco for coming on this broadcast all day long as well. Ryan Powell on the men's side. For the rest of our team, I am Tom Eschen. That'll do it for our coverage here from USA Lacrosse headquarters. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time right here on Lax Sports Network.